Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurfaika Kristina binti Syarizan, and today I would like to talk about the importance of social and emotional learning in early childhood. Good morning to our respected lecturer and my fellow colleagues. I would like to start today by asking you to visualize a scene in a typical preschool classroom. There is a 4-year-old boy named Adam who is trying to build a tall tower with blocks. But every time he reached the 10th block, the tower collapsed. He feels a heat rising in his chest. His breathing becomes shallow, and he feels an overwhelming urge to scream and kick the blocks across the room. Now, consider two different ways this situation could end. In one scenario, Adam has no tools to manage this wave of frustration. So, he lashes out, hurt a friend standing nearby, and is eventually punished, leaving him feeling even more isolated and confused. In the second scenario, Adam recognized the physical signs of his anger. Take a deep breath and say to his teacher, "I am feeling very frustrated because my tower keeps falling." His teacher acknowledges his feelings, and together they find a way to stabilize the base of the tower. The difference between these two scenarios has nothing to do with Adam's intelligence or his motor skills. It is entirely about social and emotional learning, or SEL. As future early childhood educators, we often feel a heavy pressure to ensure our students can read their first word and count to 100 before they leave our care. While academic milestones are important, they are only the surface of a child development. Today, I want to share my deep conviction that social and emotional learning is the true foundation upon which all other learning is built. It is the invisible engine that drives success, not just in the classroom, but through a person's entire life. I will discuss the core pillars of SEL, look at how it directly influences academic and professional outcomes through research-based evidence, and explore our profound responsibility as educators in nurturing these skills. To understand the weight of this topic, we must first look at what happens inside the developing brain. In the early years, children are not just learning facts. They are building the emotional architecture that will support them forever. Social and emotional learning is the process through which children acquire the ability to understand and manage their emotions, set and achieve positive goals, feels and also show empathy for others, and establish and maintain positive relationships. This process begins with self-awareness, where a child moves from simply feeling an emotion to being able to name it. When a child says, "I am sad because my mom left," they are using their prefrontal cortex to manage their emotional center. This leads to self-management, which is incredibly ability to regulate one's emotion and behaviors in different situations. It is is the bridge between a raw impulse and a thoughtful action. Beyond the self, SEL compasses social awareness, which is the beginning of empathy. It is the moment a child notices a peer sitting alone and realizes that their friends might be feeling lonely. This awareness is what allows for relationship skills to flourish, teaching children how to communicate clearly, listen actively, and cooperate with others. Finally, it culminates in responsible decision making, while children learn to make constructive choices about personal behavior and social interactions based on the ethical standards and safety concerns. We must remember that the brain is at its most plastic and flexible during these early years. By embedding these skills, now we are providing children with emotional toolbox that they will carry into adulthood, ensuring that they don't have to spend their grown-up lives unlearning the reactive behavior by developed children. They develop as a children. Many people in the wider community still believe that focusing on feeling in school is a soft approach that takes time away from real subjects like literacy and science. However, the evidence tells a different story. Research has consistently shown that children with strong social and emotional skills actually perform significantly better in academic settings. The reason for this is biological, which is a child who is in a state of emotional distress or who is constantly in conflict with their peers is in a fight or a flight mode. In this state, the brain's ability to process complex information or memorize new words is effectively shut down. When we teach a child how to regulate their stress and how to resolve a conflict peacefully, we are actually opening the door of their academic brain to function at its best. Furthermore, if we look toward the future, the global workforce is changing. We are moving into an era where technical knowledge is common, but soft skills like teamwork, leadership, and emotional intelligence are rare and highly valued. By teaching a child collaborate on a puzzle today, we are preparing them to lead a project team 20 years from now. By teaching them to preserve when a block tower falls, we are building the resilience they will need to handle a career setback in the future. We are not just teaching children, but we are building the future citizens of our nation. As a future educators, we must accept that we are the primary models for this learning. Children are like sponges, and they learn more from what we do more than what we see. If we want our students to be empathic, we must show them empathy when they are at their most difficult. If we want them to stay calm under pressure, they must see us staying calm when the classroom becomes chaotic. We support SEL by creating an environment where it is safe to fail and safe to feel. This means moving forward from a culture of punishment and towards a culture restorative practice. Instead of simply saying, "Don't do that," we must ask, what are you feeling when that happened, and how can we fix it together? We can implement calm down corners and use morning circles to let every children's voice be heard. These are not just classroom management tricks. They are intentional pedagogical strategies designed to foster a sense of belonging and security. In conclusion, social and emotional learning is not a secondary part of education. It is the heartbeat of it. We have seen how it defines a child's ability to navigate the world, how it acts as a catalyst for academic excellence, and how it shapes the leaders tomorrow. As you move forward in your journey as educators, I challenge you to view every emotional outburst, social conflict in your classroom not as a disruption but as a teacher moment. Do not just teach the head, but reach the heart. Because when a child feels secure, understood and emotionally capable, there is no limit to what they can achieve. Thank you for your attention, and now I am ready to respond to any question you may have.